Hey everybody, this is Rodney Watson. I'm running against Jimmy Stevens in the District 3 Jefferson County Commission race. I wanted to tell you about this Birmingham situation. I put a post out, stay out of Birmingham. And I spoke to a man this morning. And same man I spoke to at Legion Field. And the citizens in Birmingham's pretty mad about this. Now they're looking for some legal remedies to this vote that went down, because it went against the will of the people by a large majority of the people's against this stadium. If they'd have voted on it, like I said in another post, it would have been completely shut down. It's important to remember too that this stadium was voted on about 20 plus years ago under a MAPS. It was called MAPS. And the whole area voted against it. The people in Birmingham I spoke to, they're looking for some legal remedies to it. Remember that the city of Gardendale not long ago tried to open up their own school board, and some people took it to court, and they had a tax and all passed for it, and everything was in place to have this school board, and it went into federal court, and the federal judge stopped it until they could redo it. And it was based on racism. It was seen as a racist act by the city of Gardendale. Now they denied it. It was the school board was being created because of racism and trying to, separate the kids. But it didn't matter. It got stopped. This Birmingham deal is coming down that way. I told y'all about 2 or 3 weeks ago that this was racist, and somebody mouthed off at me, but I was right. The citizens that I'm speaking to, they see it as something white people have shoved down their throat, particularly rich white people. Jabbo Wagner's name has come into it. He was the senator that's supposed to got all this done. They're not happy with UAB. I'm telling my family to stay out of Birmingham a while till this thing calms down. I'm hoping they'll come up with a legal remedy, and they can tell their citizens that this is the action we're going to take. And then that'll give them some assurance that they're not going to be treated unjustly in this, and that they'll have a legal remedy. But until they come up with a solution for their citizens, I'm telling my family to stay out. I don't have to be part of a criminal act because people's mad, and I'm not. Obviously, I wouldn't ever agree with somebody doing something criminal, but the reality is it happens, and the news doesn't talk about it until after it happens. And I'm just telling you, they're mad. They have a right to be mad. They have some community leaders that's going to try to handle it the right way, but they've had this tax shoved down their throat. They've been neglected in this, and if I hadn't seen it from my own eyes, I'd have said it didn't happen. But it happened just like they're saying it. We've all seen it. It pretty much amounts to I don't know, it amounts to people that don't even live in your city building themselves a stadium in your city, and it's not even designed for you to go to it. It is people that do not live in Birmingham building a stadium in Birmingham designed for people that don't live in Birmingham. It's a terrible situation. It's going to come down along racial lines, and that's the way it's being seen, and I'm staying out of Birmingham. I'd like to tell Jimmy, he should have seen this coming. I'd like to tell him to his face. You can just tell Jimmy I'm saying this to his face. Jimmy, you should have saw this coming. You've been around Birmingham long enough. You know that the race issue has been the biggest problem again in Birmingham, and it is again now. I said before, Jimmy, that the sewer issue and the high sewer rates was the #1 issue in Birmingham, hindering us. Well, you and the people that voted for this stadium, y'all solved that problem, because the sewer is not our problem no more. Racism is again. And it's going to set us back 30 years. And Jimmy, you did this. Thank you. This is Rodney Watson. If y'all want to see things change, this deal, from what I'm hearing downtown, this has set us back 30 years again in race relations. And in 1965 or 66, when the race riots started, that's when the population started leaving Birmingham. All right, you go back and look at your, and it's said the population has steadily decreased in Birmingham ever since the race riots in the 1960s. Go back and look at your population charts. Well, you've done it again. And Jimmy was part of this. He's been around long enough. He should have been able to see this, what this was about. I want to be your commissioner for District 3 to help us just get some basic stuff taken care of. Maybe get some jobs. I believe this has set us back 30 years. So that's where we are. And Jimmy was part of this. Rodney Watson, District 3 County Commission, June 5th. If you want to see things get a little bit better. Thank you.